let's get to this next one. Speaking of the Catholic Church, someone tried to blow up one of the biggest churches in America. This maniac. So I didn't know a lot about this. I've been traveling. I showed up today and we were like, what are we going to talk about? And I was like, I kind of want to read about this. So I'm learning with you. But apparently some psychopath leftist dude who named Louis Jerry. What a weird name. Louis, good name. Jerry with an I. That's not a real name. So anyway, he went up to the Cathedral of St. Matthew the Apostle, pitched a tent homeless style, and then I guess went back to his car like the shooter from Vegas, and then just kept bringing explosives or whatever into the tent, which is insane that. So he filled his tent with explosives, and then he was like, now that I have my home base set up, I guess I'll attack this church and all the government officials in it. And then a cop asked him what he was doing, and he gave up immediately without a fight. And then handed them his diary also?
See, that's the problem. Is like everybody's got an ego today. Nobody actually wants to do the terrorism. They just want people to read their manifesto.
100.
We got Beam Dream, my friends. Head over to shopbeam.com/TimPool and pick up your Beam Dream. It helps you sleep. They got this delicious hot cocoa, 15 calories, no added sugar. Mix it with some hot water, drink it right before bed. You will sleep better. It's got melatonin, magnesium, L-theanine. I did not even know that my sleep could have improved. So my sleep score with my mattress, it tracks with 85 to 90 every day. And I started drinking this every night. Starts hitting 95 to 100. No joke. I am a huge fan of this. I drink it every night before bed. So go to shopbeam.com/TimPool. Check it out.
100%, dude. Start a Tumblr. You don't have to try to blow up a church, you dork. So this dude, like, he literally filled a tent with like Molotov cocktails and explosives, and he wanted to, I guess, kill Catholics and then the Supreme Court justices who were there. There were 3 Supreme Court justices.
I'll tell you this: his laziness didn't pay off because the FBI didn't even take the case.
Dude, it's crazy.
I'm looking at it. I had to double check. The probable cause statement that was written was by the DC police.
That's so.
The state's doing it, so they don't even take them seriously.
Dude,
Terrorists are getting lazy.
Here's the thing about the left is they're the worst at terrorism.
Yeah.
They're so, like that dude who shot all the ICE detainees.
Well, also,
What
it's
are
like,
you doing? You guys are incompetent. It's like every time there's a girl shooter and they're like, she didn't get anybody. You're like, dang, bro, shoot one person though.
That is crazy. He shot the illegal aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, like
he didn't even hit.
You didn't get nobody. You're terrible at this.
Well, they hate guns, right? So like, he didn't go to the range. You just thought it's like the video games.
Right.
You know, I feel like synthetic estrogen was like a monkey paw thing for the left because it made more of their violent people like more emotionally unstable, but it made their aim worse.
Yes, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. She's just doing the hell out of those dishes. Like, what is going on with me lately? I don't know. Yeah, dude. So this guy just.
I predict the FBI will probably pick up the charges. They'll
Yeah.
probably charge him state, get him in quickly, because they probably just want him to get him detained as quickly as possible, and they're gonna write a criminal complaint or indict him later.
but you're saying the FBI like saw this and then just didn't do anything about it and had.
I'm surprised they didn't take it immediately from the state. I guess the state took it first, and then like they'll come in and probably take it over.
Literally,
after.
the like tap the sign like was known to the FBI.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
I'm like.
It was on a list somewhere.
I'm just frustrated with these people who try to do horrible things. Like he could have killed so many people, done a really horrible thing. He was a little incompetent. Maybe he messed up. Maybe we got lucky. We don't know. Like, you know, I made a joke about it, but we don't know how it really went down. And then everyone's going to kind of just sweep it under the rug because he was incompetent.
We have a saying in law enforcement. We say we catch the dumb ones.
Yeah.
That's what we used to say. Like, you know, so the smart ones.
When we do crime, we say that too.
Yeah.
like a little thing that says "be smart."
Yeah, dude.
Smart.
Dude, you got to remember. Got to remember. All right.
Where was this?
So,
DC.
Okay.
This is crazy.
So still, like, there's a homeless problem there too. Not as bad as like.
Well, Trump just cleaned it up a little bit.
So it's like the tent was out of place, but not as out of place as it could be.
We have here's this this fact about the case. They say he proceeded to pull out multiple capped vials containing yellow liquid with explosives.
Which was this nitromethane?
Yeah, what is that?
It's nitromethane, which was
Nitromethane. Here's the thing: when you're a cop and a homeless guy has a bunch of yellow liquid and he's like, I'm gonna blow everyone
Yeah,
up. You're
yeah.
like, if that's piss, I'm gonna electrocute you, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
That better be explosives and not piss, or I'm gonna freak out on you, and I'm gonna do police violence right now.
And I'm gonna get paid leave.
Right. And I'm
paid
gonna
leave
get
for a
2
week.
days off afterwards.
I'm gonna get a vacation for beating you up.
Truly,
No, not in DC.
every time nitroglycerin and not piss, please. So yeah, I mean, no one got hurt. Everyone left. He brought his. Here's the thing. He brought his diary to the bombing. Yeah. What was so? He just really wanted people to find that.
I think so. It's like,
Narcissistic.
you know.
He wasn't about
Here's
it.
the thing. You don't have to do this. You don't have to hurt anybody. You have to plan it. What you do is you take your diary, you bind it up, just mail it to the news, Rorschach style, like, or what, from Watchmen or whatever. Just give someone, leave it at the park. Someone will read it. It's probably really gross and messed up. People will know about it. I promise.
Plus, half the time, once somebody does commit an act of terrorism, they won't release the manifesto anyways.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, the best way to
which
have it
forms
heard
of
is to get
terrorism?
caught first.
Yeah, where's Crook's manifesto?
Yeah. Oh shit.
The Trump shooter guy. We don't have anything. We
It
don't
took us
even
forever
have
to get
motive.
the remember the T that got into shooting in Tennessee. Took us forever to get their manifesto.
Yeah, and that thing was wild.
Yeah.
Literally drawing demons and stuff.
Yeah,
You're like,
absolutely
what?
nuts.
That was terrifying.
He was really trying to lead with the title here. You can see the notebook was titled "Written Negotiations for the Avoidance of Destruction of Property via Detonation of Explosives." Like,
Oh,
You guys are so lazy now.
It's a little
Ted
long.
Kaczynski when you need them. Like, damn.
It's not very catchy.
Just gonna
Write
say
a real manifesto. You
these
lazy
are people
bastard.
who look up to the unit. You're doing a
Yeah.
bit. This
Did
is like
AI write his manifesto?
Right.
Got like
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
You guys are getting lazy.
These guys need to listen. You can contact me on Instagram. Shaydozer is my name. I will punch up your manifesto. Okay. I will get you going. We'll make it funny. We'll make it evil. I will help you.
Give me the address to send to the FBI so you can get published. Like, damn.
Dude,
I
we'll
still
title
like-
it good.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll have like a really tough, scary title. Like,
Yeah, he didn't workshop
If
that.
you read this,
Wait,
you're
what was
gay.
the what was the Unabomber one? It was like a guide to
Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, it was Ted Kaczynski. It's like
Yeah.
that's the more you learn about like the history of American domestic terrorism, you know why the left is so pissed now. Because even back in the '90s and the '80s, they all owned cabins in the woods, and they're like, I can't afford a cabin now. Like, what are these guys even committing terrorist acts for? They had land, they had property, they had a home. Like,
Yeah.
what were they so angry about?
It's so
He
funny.
had like
I
a
think
big with
about that,
universities.
too.
Like all of his bombs, he would just send them to like universities. Like someone like in like randomly in like tech, like, oh, you're making robots or you're doing tech, you need to die. Like
then-
because he was against
Technology,
like, technology in general. Yeah.
And he got caught right because I think his brother recognized his
Yes.
his
So
writing
interesting.
style.
His brother, because he had this phrase, you know, the phrase, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Right.
He would, because he's an autist, the guy was a genius. He said that was technically that's incorrect. You're supposed to say you can't eat your cake and have it.
Yeah,
So he wrote that in one of his manifestos, and the brother noticed that right away. And he was like, "Oh, Ted, you idiot!" That's literally how they caught him, dude. Because he was like one of these like really smart. You know, you get these pedantic people that are
Actually,
like,
it was Frankenstein's
actually, it's
monster."
supposed to be this.
No, Superman does.
He's been waiting
good.
to get back at his
He's
brother
not
for
good.
years because
Yeah.
he kept correcting him
And
on
that's
that.
how his because and he had certain misspellings, and then it was that phrase that his brother was like, "This is my brother,"
Yeah.
right? So
He sold his brother out.
so he told the FBI, yeah, and then
And they
caught
offered him the reward too, and he didn't take it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, I think I feel like I
That's
remember
crazy.
correctly,
Take
like,
it and hire your brother a lawyer.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it still is, but it was the most expensive FBI case ever conducted. It was because it started in
It was
the
for
70s.
decades.
It took them
right?
forever to catch him.
I watched a document. Like I listened to like a documentary on it
He just
recently. It was,
passed away like last
decades,
year
'cause-
too.
Yeah, R.I.P. to a real one.
Yeah, Ted Kaczynski. So.
He was a wild guy. He was a wild guy. Listen, I don't agree with what he did. I'm just saying he was a real dude. He lived it.
yeah, separate the art from the artist, right?
Exactly.
God.
Thank you. Did they hear that?
Yeah, I
Did
hope
they
so.
hear that?
I hope so. I got it.
Yeah, that's how they got him, dude. There's so many interesting ways that these criminals get caught, man. Like that guy got caught by his brother. You could get caught, like BTK got caught with like semen he left at a scene, and his daughter was in college. She like went to do an STD test, and like
Yeah.
she went to go like she was at University of Kansas or something like that. And this dude was like a guy that like would
I know what BTK was.
Yeah,
up to.
yeah,
He was
Dennis
like
Rader.
Say it on
worse.
air.
There's
Dennis
only
Rader.
one worse than him.
who?
The toy box killer.
Oh yeah, that guy was crazy too.
Yeah, and he just died of a heart attack during the trial.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They never got the thing, but yeah, they caught him through DNA tests. And then another one, the Golden State Killer.
that one's
Interesting
rough.
with
It
him.
was like a state university,
Dude,
right,
he
for
was
the-
like
for
80
BTK.
years old, going like 90 on his motorcycle.
Yeah, so check
and
this out.
stuff.
This is even funnier. So this guy was like in the 60s, right? He was like in the 70s. He was going crazy. They called him the original Night Stalker. He was like, breaking these houses, like, attacking the women and whatever. And then they called him a coward because he would only attack women. So
Right.
he started to attack houses where there was a dude there. And what he would do is he would make the dude sit on all fours and he put china plates on his back as he went and assaulted the woman. And if they moved, he'd know because it would crash and everything like that. So that's how he kept the guys at bay. And he did this for decades, terrorizing California. They never caught him. So someone does like a 23andMe in his family, right? And the detective, like 20 years later, 30 years later, that's like, let me just put, because he left his DNA at the scenes. This is
Right.
before, DNA.
yeah.
So this dude was busting nuts all over the place, I guess. So they had the DNA and they just put it into 23andMe and they found a relative. And then they're like, okay, we find this guy. And then they look and they find someone that would be his age. They went to the house. They scrubbed like his car or something like that. The door handle, DNA match, came and arrested him.
And it was California, so it was no cash bail. They're like, you're fine, man. Just go do whatever you want.
Yeah, we'll be back
It's
to let you like
they're
in a
like,
bit.
it was his first offense. It was his first time getting caught doing this. It would be cruel. We didn't build the library in his neighborhood that would have made him a
Socioeconomic
non-criminal.
factors
We're
were
just
definitely.
off
I can't remember his name, but he was like an Italian dude. But yeah, dude, they caught him like 40,
was a
50
cop.
years later. I don't know if he was a cop.
I thought he was.
I don't know if he was a cop.
I,
but-
I also heard he had a micro penis, which I hope was true for his victim.
Is this BTK you guys talking about?
No.
This is the Golden State Killer, the
Golden
original
State,
Night
right,
Stalker,
right.
not Richard Ramirez. But BTK, they caught him through his daughter.
Yes,
she went to
right.
like the doctor on campus, and then had a semen sample. And what fucked him up is he had gone away in the 70s. Nobody knew. They didn't identify him. They didn't know who he was. He sends the cops a thing like, "Can I send you guys a floppy?" And they're like,
Oh, the
this.
metadata on it.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
talking
metadata.
about a
For his
picture
church.
of his
Yeah,
dong,
and he
everybody.
they said, yeah, go ahead, send it in. So he gives them like the floppy disk, and they were able to trace it back to the church and find him. And what he had done was he said he was going to make a comeback like in 04, and he took like a Barbie doll and put her like in a cereal box, saying like with a rope around her neck, like serial killer. So
Yeah,
corny.
yeah.
And then they were like, once
Boomers
they figured out who he
suck.
was. In the 70s, he had left semen at the scene again because, again, they didn't have DNA back then. So they compared the DNA test to his daughter, who was at that college, and that's how they linked him and caught him.
Dude, he got boomered, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. I thought didn't they like tell him too that we can't. He asked, "Can you guys trace this?" And they said,
Yeah.
"No,
Yeah,
we
they said no, and he sent it in like an idiot.
dude.
Yeah, that's how they got him.
That's actually
Police can't lie. That's so funny.
That's how they
dude.
got him, dude. Funny shit, man.
That's like little kid, like,
like,
and
they
you
wouldn't
have
lie
to tell
to
me
me.
the truth according to international.
I know
law.
ridiculous.
cop. You
like,
have to tell me.
I know way too much about serial killers, but yeah, like just funny shit. Like Ted Bundy, they caught him from his teeth because he bit some chick's ass cheeks when he was like assaulting them in Florida.
Really? Records.
Yeah, I think the first time they did like orthodontic, forensic orthodontics, and they caught him. So yeah, dude, crazy shit, man.
Dude, that's insane.
The 70s were the worst decade, I think.
Oh, dude,
by
they were-
far for crime.
I think in general, like the cultural revolution that led us to where we are now got up to its peak in the 70s.
Gas prices were high, inflation was crazy. We got wars going on. Every top serial killer was active in the 70s. Almost all of them.
Iran, Afghanistan, and the rest of the Middle East is unmodernizing and going to Sharia and all that
yeah,
kind of
it's
stuff.
true.
Yeah, the 70s
The
were a
mafia
wild
were
time.
at their height at that point. This
Yeah.
is before Rico gets into play.
There are bombs going off everywhere too. All
that?
over the place. There
Oh,
are
yeah,
bombs going off
lefties
everywhere.
Yeah, domestic
We were talking about that
terrorism.
earlier. Oh, yeah.
Berkeley, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
It was the 70s. I think were the
Shooting
worst.
protesters.
So that's why I was like, whenever we're on the show and everybody's talking about how awful it is, I'm like, somebody needs to like remake social media, but it's just headlines from the 70s. They're like, oh my God, the Sudanese army, and then there's serial killers.
Right.
Dude,
Like-
yeah, it was called New York City was called Fear City back then. And Times Square was all porn. It was all every top serial killer was operating in the 70s. Son of Sam, Ted Bundy, Ed Kemper,
I just watched a thing the other day about like it was like a cop from New York who was who died, and it was like he caught the New York City Zodiac, and I had to get like 3 paragraphs down. I'm like, I was like, they didn't catch the Zodiac. Oh, it's a different
It's a different
Zodiac. Oh my
Zodiac, yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, what? There are two Zodiacs?
There was a
New York City Zodiac.
Well, there's 12 Zodiacs, but you know what I'm
in
saying.
the 90s. I was like, oh, this guy gets all the credit, I guess, but the other guy didn't get caught. So it's like,
they never caught the original one.
No way. I thought
I
they
didn't
got
know
him.
that. I thought he was they probably, dude. They're happy to let us believe they got the original one. They're like, yeah, that's
No,
it.
they
We
didn't
did
get
it.
him. They didn't get. He's one of the serial killers that like they have a suspect. God damn, I'll get his name.
Some weird guy.
It's mentioned in the.
I saw a
Fincher movie,
Netflix
right?
documentary.
There was a Netflix on him.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat's gonna put it who it is, but yeah, they have a couple suspects, but they never
It's
actually.
like Lindsey Graham or something. They're like, we think it was him.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.